Good evening and welcome to episode 6 of Was It Something We Said with myself, the Pope, and El Jefe.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. As always, format, news, sports, topic of interest, and the jam of the week from El Jefe, and then the We Said message from El Jefe. So let's get right into it. So the news topic of the day is about the NOLA prison break. In the background there, you hear a little Thin Lizzy jailbreak. But that's the news topic of the day is the NOLA prison break. Man, what is going on?
It's the funniest thing to me. Hopefully nobody gets hurt out of all this, but it's the funniest damn thing to me. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I got the pool to see who's the last man caught, and my guy is one of the 5 that's still out there, Leo.
No, Leo.
Leo better keep running. He can come hang out here.
No, not the pool. Who the last one to get caught?
Everybody put in $50, 10 people, 5 people out, 5 people still in. I'm one of the 5s.
Man, profit off of the jailbreak.
Man, it's a diversion for all the other shit that's going on around us in the news today. And like I said, ain't nobody got hurt, thank goodness, and hopefully it stay that way. But give us something to look at on the news every day.
All right, so let's get into it. So
Yeah.
first of all, how did they get out?
From what I read, it was they had some help from the janitor. I guess he did some plumbing that needed some repairs, and they was chiseling a hole in the wall the whole time. The authorities said, "Well, if you knew about it, why didn't you say something?" And the janitor said, and I believe him. He said they told me if I said anything, I was gonna get shanked.
So he just kept on plumbing.
He kept on digging. It's just like your boy Jim Brown. It's just like your boy Jim Brown. So he wanted to be a tunnel digger instead of a grave digger.
So yeah, but they had some help. So that's for
Lot of
sure.
help.
So
Lot
they
of
got
help.
my man from the maintenance man. They done suspended 3 employees. They done arrested my man. They done arrested 3 women that done helped him out along the way and everything else. So, but the counterpart to me that they ain't put no blame on my man is, all right, one, they dug they was Andy Dufresne. They done removed the toilet into one cell and done dug the shit out. Got through the plumbing. My man turned the plumbing and shit off while they climbed through there and escaped. And then they ran across the damn freeway and they was gone. Because you saw the video, all 10 of them rushing out of there. But they had to go to this other cell. So they say that the guy who's supposed to monitor, he went to go get some food. And when he went to get the food, that's when they made they break while he was supposed to be getting food. Now, if you got a system that's supposed to be watching him all the time, how come he ain't got nobody else covering him? So
And
when
then
he go
staff
get
cuts.
some food, that you still got somebody there that's watching him. Yeah, it could be staff cuts, but it's a lot of investigation going on.
Oh yeah, he may be number 6 getting arrested when it's all said and done.
All right, so it was 10. Let's go through. They caught 5.
Yeah.
They caught 3 of them within 24 hours. So my one man, Kendall Miles, they caught him like at 11:22, and they kind of broke out when they found out it was like 8:30 that morning. They caught his ass in the French Quarter, so which is only about 2.3 miles away from the Orleans Parish jail. So he ain't have much help. Now, they caught Robert Moody in Central City, which is about 89, almost 90 miles away from there. So my man had a little more help to get too far away. Then they caught DeKean Dennis. He was in New Orleans East, and Gary Price was in New Orleans East, which was about 11. And then the last guy they caught, I don't know, Corey Boyd, that motherfucker wasn't even a mile away. but
He
they
need to
caught
run
him.
faster.
Yeah, but they didn't catch him till May 20th.
Okay.
Like at 7:53 p.m. So now he had to come. The girl Baptiste helped him out. There too, and this is an old ass prison. Prison opened in 1830 fucking
I
seven.
bet you need a lot of renovations and everything going on in there, man. I saw
Right.
that hole that they knocked out. I don't know what they was chipping away at it, but it looked like it wasn't giving up too much resistance.
No, it wasn't giving up too much resistance, not at all. And then I think population in there was it's like 1,000, around 1,000 inmates was in there. Now let's get to the Derby field. The 5 that's still out.
It's only one I care about, Leo Tate.
Senior. Yeah, we don't want him to go get junior. They looking for senior. Right. Your boy Tate Jr., 31. So one of the girls that they arrested, Courtney Harris, helped him out with some cell phone and a rental car. So he has some help. You got Derek Grooves, 27. He's still out there. You got Anton Macy, 32. He's still out there. But my boy Antoine then escaped from the detention center in 2019. So this is second jail break.
He used to getting out there.
Yeah. Then you got Jermaine Donald, same thing. 2 women helped him, Courtney Harris and Connie Weed helped him out, same thing. Courtney with the cell phone and other stuff, and he's the oldest of them at 42.
You know,
and then you got Linton Van Buren
real quick
Jr.
on the women accomplices. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen they mug shots.
Yeah.
There's a reason they helping.
Well, like you say, when you need some help, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta take one for the team.
You gotta take one for the team.
You got some freedom. Fuck it.
Yeah, I said get some freedom. Yeah, I'm gonna be with you.
God, 2 got you out, and I gotta go find me a 10.
Yeah, you're right. We worry about upgrade once I get out. I need some help getting out. See, oh man, but see, that's the trouble. See, but you know, now you done brought up the women how they look, but that's the kind of woman you want. Woman that's with you when you're down and need help, not one that's with you when you got something. So, by definition, them the kind of women that you want on your side.
Want them in your corner.
Yeah, because they was
whether
with you.
2 or 3, you want them in your corner. But
Yeah,
Leo got somebody out there right now.
Yeah, Leo got somebody. So let's say, and they've been over 10 days. We got to see. They got some help. Had to. Because other than that, they'd have caught them quick like they got them other ones. So somebody helping them big times. More to come, and all right, we hope your boy LT Senior is the last one to call.
We're going to keep an eye out. We're going to do an update next week. See it, give the numbers out.
Yeah, we'll do an update next week and give the numbers out.
All right.
All right. Next, coming up with sports, NBA playoffs. New York versus Indy. 2. Indy went in there and won 2 in New York. Is New York done, or do you wait till tonight, game 3 to
I'll wait till tonight. I'm hedging my funds to say they done because what Indy did in New York, and I'm so glad they won those games because I'm sick and tired of them. Every time Madison Square Garden is on the damn TV, it's like it's no other fucking arena in the NBA. It's the Mecca. Look at the stars. It's where everybody want to play. It's center stage. You're 0-2 now. And, you know, eventually that short bench was going to come back to hurt New York. Now, they're talking about benching Josh Hart and putting Mitchell Robinson into the starting lineup. I don't know how much that's going to help. Mitchell grabbing them offensive rebounds. He kind of iffy on the free throws.
Yeah, but Mitchell also, too, left both Turner and hit the 3-pointers because I was watching, they were saying his natural position is to try to protect the basket.
Yeah.
So when they drove in, he went to the basket, they kicked out, boom, they hit them threes on.
Yeah, but who else should be under that basket that ain't is Carl Anthony. And he catching a lot of flack. I don't know if you've
Well,
seen. I don't know if you've seen. They had some guy. Some guy was standing outside the arena after the game, and he was having fans imitate Karl Anthony Towns. And it was not flattering, the imitations. He had a little sugar in his tank, almost to a person, because the guy said, "Give me your best Karl Anthony Towns imitation." I'm gonna see if I can find it and send it to you. But they mad at him. I mean, you scored 35 in the first game and you disappear.
well, but they had him on the bench when they had my man in there too. And two, I think Brunson should have passed the ball to Cat to shoot the last shot. You had three defenders coming up, picking him up way out with the 14 something seconds left. I think he should have. I said he should pass the ball because they coming and swarming at him. Pass the ball.
That was his Jordan moment at Kobe. But Jordan, I mean, Brunson been carrying them, man. I mean,
Well, I know, and he missed the clutch and all, but they done picked you up. You shooting the shot from deeper out, and you got three people coming at you.
yeah,
That means somebody's open.
that was good coaching on Indiana's part though to put that pressure on Brunson, because I think anybody else get that ball, they probably gonna shit their pants before they shoot it. You know.
Yeah, he cold, but like he said, they wasn't gonna let him beat him and put a juke move like he did on the twin hands pull up.
Thompson.
Yeah,
That
put
motherfucker,
him
I
on
think he broke his
skates.
ankle. He tripped him
Yeah.
so bad.
Right, so they wasn't about to let that happen, and for him to shoot that three, closer. If they say you're gonna have to make one of these Steph threes to beat us if you gonna pull up.
Well, it's gonna be loud in Indiana tonight, in the field house, and I think Indiana gonna go up. If they don't come out and did what Minnesota did to Oklahoma City last night in that first quarter, that's going to be the telltale sign. Because I think in the previous series from New York, when they went on the road for Game 3, they showed out, and when odds were against them, so a little bit more pressure now. Cause you can go out on 0-3, and not many teams come back from that deficits, and Indiana get a chance to close it out at home. But you got to win Game 3 first.
Yeah, if they win Game 3, I give them a little pulse, but they lose this one, it's definitely
Done.
over with. Now, the way OKC looked, I thought Minnesota, was putting the dirt on their grave, but they came back with a 42-point win at home.
Me, for one, didn't see that coming.
So that means you bet with OKC.
The first quarter, the first half, and the game. So I went 0 for 3. I don't know what the hell OKC was doing yesterday. Man, that was tough. That was a tough watch. I stopped watching after just third quarter started, and they weren't chipping away. It was getting worse. Everybody, it seemed like people I never heard of when Minnesota started scoring. And the kid from Illinois, Shannon.
Yeah.
I liked his game at Illinois. I know he had some old trouble.
Yeah, he did have some trouble, but
he
I
got
ain't
cleared.
like
He
it.
got cleared of it. And
Yeah,
he was
but
balling
ain't
out in the
show up.
tournament
He ain't
this year.
show up with that game against UConn, and I lost the pool that he's from. So
It all comes back to winning and losing on the side.
So right. So I ain't so happy about him. But is this just a fluke? Or is Minnesota gonna make it a series? And
I expect a much tighter game in Game 4. I haven't seen the line yet, but I'm anticipating Oklahoma City to bounce back and win Game 4, and then win it in 5 when they head back to OKC.
Now somebody pulled up this stat, and I think it was what's our Fab Five boy on TV? What's his name? Jalen Rose said that he pulled up a stat said since 1983 during these finals, if a team lost by 40 points or more, they never won the series if they lost one game. Just one game by 40.
Okay. Well, I think Oklahoma City gonna break that trend. I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win Game 4, and then, like I said, win Game 5 as well. That was a wake up call. They needed that. They needed to get their ass kicked because they've been running a gauntlet through the playoffs, and everybody now is getting on on the MVP saying that he's getting phantom calls and going to the foul line more than everybody else. But he's been doing that all season.
Yeah, that ain't nothing new. Everybody, cause it ain't going their way, got something to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
The boy playing, he been doing that all season.
All season. And
And-
before this season, he was doing it. So
Exactly. So just find a way to keep up. They got a superstar in Ant-Man. Ant-Man got to keep up and keep up with them. So that's all that is. But everybody, the foul call, look, just play the game.
play the game.
That's it. You just lost by 20. Them foul calls. Come on now.
Find something else.
A close game, all right. But, you done lost by 20. No.
You remember
the
the
ball coach say, get some better athletes.
You remember the Fabulous Sports Babe? Used to be on the early days of Detroit radio, sports radio.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. She said when teams start complaining, she says one thing: score more points.
That's it.
Score more points.
Score more
Don't
points.
complain about shit.
All right, so more to come on that, but right now it's looking like a Indy OKC final.
That's what I see.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Everybody there, these New Yorkers, they want them in so bad. Well, because between them and LA, yeah, you got the glitch, you got the celebs, you got all that.
I don't want to see no more games in that damn Garden till next year. And the other thing I want to find out is where the hell is Taylor Rooks on the sideline? I see everybody but her on the sideline report.
Yeah, this is true. So we'll have to make an inquiry and see where she at. Excuse me. So next up, Stanley Cup playoffs. You got Dallas versus Edmonton in Florida, Carolina. Now Dallas lost today. So
Dallas got the ass kicked, 6-1.
Yeah, that's 6-1. So last year I was rooting for Edmonton because I like that Connor
97
McDavid.
97.
Yeah, Connor McDavid.
Man,
I like
puck,
his game. Yeah.
When he get that puck, it's magic on skates, man.
Yeah, I just like watching him play because he can play. And then now you got Florida, Carolina. So it looks like it's going to be a rematch of last year, Florida Edmonton, because they up 3-0, and it ain't looking good, Yeah, because the last game, they scored 5 goals in the third period. First 10, within the first about 10.
Knocking people off pucks and
Yeah.
The goaltender standing on his head. And I felt sorry for the other goaltender because they put this other guy in for this game. They benched the starter, played the first 2 games. So they said, let's put this guy in there. They shell-shocked his ass. I think the coach didn't put the starter back in just to save a little bit of face. But he had nothing to lose either. Might as well let him stay and get his ass kicked because it was goal after goal after goal after goal.
Yeah, well, he might have been talking some shit in the locker room, so now you know what is out when that heat coming at you.
How you feel, superstar?
Yeah, exactly. So now Florida too. Now there's a couple names I know. Matthew Tkachuk. So I can like him, and then you got Alexander Volkov. So I kind of watched them two on Florida, but by far I like Connor McDavid's game. But also heard of a stat, if I heard it right, that Carolina have no wins in the Eastern Conference Finals. Every time they've advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals, they've got swept.
It's like 5 series, isn't it? Or a little bit more than that?
Yeah. They've been swept. So down 3-0, the broom is out.
Done.
The broom is out.
Yeah, well, I might check out that line on Game 4 and put a little side wager on it.
See, now you might bet them in the victory.
Yeah, I know. Fuck it.
All right, so next man up or next women up, let's talk about the opening debut of the WNBA. So, have you watched any games so far? What you think?
Well, I think the WNBA it's got people watching. Me and the Hatchers, Glenn and Jalen, we watching the draft. We watching the draft red carpet for other reasons, of course, but it's got our interest. And what I think is happening, and I think the league may need to back off a little bit, they're pushing this Caitlin Angel agenda similar to the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson of how, because when they came in, they saved the NBA. But Caitlin's game is on the court. Angel's game is in front of a camera. It ain't on the court. Let's keep it real. She's not the most athletic from a WNBA standpoint. But Caitlin, she could ball. She could ball. And, these cheap shots that been coming against her, a little bit of jealousy, I think, because she came in and got all the attention, rightfully so. Besides Asia Wilson, I think Caitlin Clark is the face of the league.
I would agree with that. Besides Asia, she's the face of the league, just coming in from whatever, somebody had to be. And I don't think it's all because she's white, because you had a lot of great players who been white that's done played the game. You had Sue Bird, Dana Taurasi, come in and could ball. You got Stewie, so Della Don, she was killing them. She was playing. I mean, and you had the other players as well. Let's go back to Inception, the Cheryl Swoops and all of those players, Tina Thompson and all them. So, right. So you didn't have, that's it. Swin Cash went to work. I mean, so you've had players that could play and are played, but it's the adage of that, we didn't get it. You got it. Just like the salaries today of the players, old heads say, y'all don't making all that money. You're soft at too. So I just think it's the evolution. But I just think, if it raises the game, raises the awareness, gets it what it needs to, that it's going to be helpful and beneficial for everybody financially.
Everybody going to get a chance to eat.
So if I go look at the Eastern Conference, I got the Liberty at 3-0. I got the Missy, defending champs. So that was a close game with them and Caitlin them yesterday. That was up and down. Shoot. So one time Liberty was up by 16, but also too, they talking about that foul in the end, but they was up by 12 in the fourth quarter.
4 points.
Exactly. Score more points. I mean, they didn't have a full timeout, so they couldn't call a challenge, but like you say, score more points. You got the Mystics at 2-2. Now you got the Fever at 2-2. You got the Dream at 2-2. Then you got the Sky at 0-2. And then the Sun at 0-3. And like you said, it looks like the Sky done took a step back, because Angel was double-double all last season. So let's see what's going on with them.
Yeah, I tell you, I ain't watched the full game. I ain't watched the half a game. I've been watching highlights. I'll start watching when it get closer to playoff time. I can't watch it right now. There's too much. Was Stanley Cup, NBA, throwing some horse racing, for the Triple Crown, throwing the Tigers.
Yeah, that Triple Crown. Well, there ain't no Triple Crown winner because my man didn't race it.
Yeah, but still.
But goddamn, even though journalism, that was a hell of a race journalism ran.
He came out of the bush.
They had him boxed in, and then he came from the back and just and walked him down and walked away with that. That was a hell of a race.
He beat the horse that was, I think he was going off like 30-1.
Yeah.
He was winning the damn race until journalism said, hold my beer. Yeah. He did run him down.
Journalism went to work. So, and then, too, you got a lot of new players and stuff and how they getting acclimated. Western Conference, the Lynx 4-0. The Valkyries, which is the new team, they 2-1. The Mercury 2-1. The Aces with Asia is 2-1, but they didn't kind of retool. Storm 2-1, the Sparks 1-3, and then the Wings 0-4. So season's early. Wings, I do like Enrique, and then they got Paige. See what Paige can do. See if when she can get rolling. See if they can.
I've always liked her game.
see if they can make a run. Yeah. So, but no, I have watched some of the games. I do watch some of them. So we'll continue to monitor and go from there with the WNBA. So next up, topic of interest, the Savoy. So what you think?
Let's see here. Well, that was my first time going to Savoy. We went there for Mr. Haskins' 60th birthday dinner. So I got my three things I liked, my three things I didn't like. So for starting with the first three things that I like, the menu. That meatloaf was pretty damn good. All right. I like the ambiance with the live band. It wasn't too loud. Having a nice area of the restaurants. It was good music. Nothing obnoxious while you're trying to eat. And then the wait staff. I thought the wait staff was on point. Jasmine was our waitress and just engaging, very helpful. We didn't have to wait long. But the three things that I didn't like, even though the meatloaf was good, it wasn't warm. Could have been a lot warmer for me. But I like to eat, so I wasn't sending it back. The other thing I thought, and maybe it was just me, because I had that Maker's Mark in my old fashioned. It was kind of stuffy in there. I felt maybe the climate could have been a lot better controlled. The place was crowded, kind of small, but I thought the climate could have been better controlled. Then the last thing from things going wrong, I think they need to knock a wall out. Definitely got a crowd. I mean, those people waiting to get in when we were leaving. Every seat was taken, and it was a mature crowd. I liked it. I'd go back in a heartbeat. In fact, I probably will be going back to take him there. But that's my take on it. So good pick for choosing it. What about you?
Asking he wanted to go there. Actually, that was my second time there. First time I went on a Wednesday. Wasn't as busy. Same thing, the music setup, but different genre. Had my man with a guitar and a drummer. My man was like John B, Michael Franks, all of them. He was singing all old jam. Yeah, he was jamming. I liked him. Yeah, he threw down when he was there performing, just with the singing in there too. So that I did like that too. When we went on Saturday, yeah, they had more of the jazz kind of too, and there was some young cats too. I guess we old, so everybody's some young cats now.
Everybody
But
young.
yeah, but there was some young cats playing the nice jazz and that kind of stuff too. So that was good to see. And yeah, I agree with you. I like the menu. The same three things you like, it's things that I don't like. So I would say that too, yeah, because the first time I got the what was that guy? I got the black and walnut, which is good and seasoned and that stuff there too. But yeah, the potatoes weren't that warm. So yeah, so a few things with their wait staff again, friendly, everybody's good there too. Yeah, like you say, the ambiance, it was still more of an older crowd and stuff then as well. I'm on that day as well. So on the other thing, I may say, like, again, yeah, maybe our table wasn't ready, but nah, come on, man. We ain't make a reservation to sit at the damn bar.
Looking at the table as an afterthought. They stuck a chair on the end.
Yeah, so I would have to give them for that one for us and having a reservation made. That was kind of a miss. But overall, I would go back, but just from when we did go, I would say that was another miss by them. Well, and y'all want to say, no, we ain't come make a reservation to sit at the bar. Now, I can see if we had just said, hey, because that's what he asked before they set us down when y'all showed up, because they said, all right, we'll wait till everybody else get there. So when y'all got there, they was like, okay, well, yeah, we'll sit at the bar till our table ready. And the guy, he was like, well, what, they gonna sit at the bar? And I said, no, we ain't gonna sit at the bar.
I missed that part.
Yeah, no, because we made a reservation. Now, why did I make a reservation? Didn't make a reservation to sit at the bar. They sent me a thing to confirm the reservation. Day before I confirmed, I don't want to sit at no bar.
I missed that part. Okay.
So from that visit, that would be the only thing, said no, they got it worked out. Like you say, we as always, we have a good time.
No, it was a good time. It was a good portion. It wasn't that Braves rib portion from Vegas that I had. I had to go looking for my meat under the gravy.
Well, there's some more meat in there. Look at the gravy.
I ain't never forget that shit. Look under the gravy for your meat.
KC say, look under the gravy. There's some more meat under the gravy.
I'd be looking. I was looking. I looked too. Still wasn't there. No, but the meatloaf was a too nice portion. So thank you. I think it was called Shirley's Meatloaf, if I ain't mistaken. So very fitting.
Yes, it was. All right. So, but thumbs up overall. Thumbs up from both of us for from the Savoy. I mean, so you got to show the brothers some love and give them some business. And again, too, if we feel that bad, I won't say feel that bad, but just make some suggestions and then see how they kind of react to that kind of stuff.
Definitely make reservations.
It's tough, because our reservation was at 6:30, and it was on jam, and like you say, it wasn't an empty table.
Nope,
wasn't an empty seat. So understood the reason why you may say the bar, but no, we got a resi, so get us our table hooked up. So thumbs up.
Yeah, we'll go back.
All righty. What you got for us from the jam of the week and the message?
Jam of the week. So let me take you back. See if you remember this. Let me know when you can hear it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. And y'all watch.
What I like about this song, it brings back memories of the high school years. One more thing, besides the high school years, most recently, I went to go see them in concert out at Pine Knob. It's DTE. Oh, it's called DTE now.
Well, it's Pine Knob again now.
It's back to Pine Knob?
Yep, they went back to Pine Knob.
Yep. No, it was a very nice concert. They was out there with the Thompson twins and Boy George. Me, Kim, and Trina went out there. Shay was supposed to go. She couldn't make it. But it was a memorable concert thanks to Trina and her little bag of tricks that she brought along for the ride. So
yeah, I would go see them today.
I beat that in a heartbeat. You know they're playing at the Venetian in Vegas. They've been there the past couple of years. So,
but they ain't there when we there.
No. Yeah, I've been checking the dates. So usually they're right now, and then up until like August. But I love the B-52s, and that's one of my favorite songs. It also reminded me of Electrifying Mojo when he would be coming on late night on GPR, and he played like the extended version of it. I've always liked it, and I like the band. But seeing them live out at DTE, for what I can remember that night, thanks Trina, it was a hell of a night. So that's my song of the week. It kind of takes me into my my message also. Sean kind of brought it up yesterday over dinner. Sean turned 60. Our boy Sean turned 60, and he said, "Man, I'm gonna start saying fuck it." I said, "Well, you could be saying that a long time ago. You had to wait till you're 60." A lot of people, regret not being able to do things, and for whatever reason, everybody got their own reason for doing things, not doing things. But my message would be, if you get a chance to do something, do it. Don't wait. Don't wait. You don't want to be, saying, I wish I'd have done this, I wish I'd have done that, because especially in this topsy-turvy environment we got now, you may not have a chance to do something. And, the other part of that too is, with us, all of us being 60 now in our little group. I remember when we was 18, man, we thought that people that was 50 years old was old as hell. And now here we all at 60.
Old as hell.
And we're doing our thing. But, you got to look at, when it's time to cash that ticket in and having your papers in order, having your affairs in order. But the other part of my message is to be prepared and, have a will and trust in place, because you don't know when it's time to cash your ticket in. Sometimes it's cashed in for you, but you don't want to leave your family putting together GoFundMe's to put you in the ground and have a decent service. So for the young kids, the youngsters out there, which is anybody younger than us, keep those Ks funded. Stay out of them, because it's tax ramifications. So, again, my message to summarize: don't wait, just do it. Don't look back. Have your paperwork in order. Have your will and trust set up, and keep funding your 401k, because when you get to where you're at, to where we're at now, we're closer to exercising those Ks, and we got those nest eggs, and it's going to help us, ride off into the sunset. So that's my message for the week, and hopefully you got something out of it, and definitely for the jam of the week. The B-52 is in Mesopotamia, so thank you, Pope.
Yeah. Good message, and yep, that is true. So yeah, you do have to get yourself in order, cause when I turn, like I was saying, it hit me. I'm like, like you say, when you hit 20, I'm like, well, 40, yeah, I'll make it to 40. No reason. Hit 30, I can make 60. Yeah, hit 40, yeah, I can make 80. Hit 50. Say, shit, grandma lived to be 100. Yeah, I can make
Wow.
it to 100. When I hit 60, it's like, shit, you ain't making it to 120, motherfucker. So exactly as you said, don't be irresponsible, but ain't no sense of sitting around waiting on something, because you don't know. And it's always kind of been that way, but it's just more prevalent now that you done reached this milestone, that I got less road in front of me than I do behind me. So good message, El Jefe. Good message.
All right. Thank you.
All righty. So, as the old Batman them used to say, same bat time, same bat channel next week.
We'll do it next week. We'll see where these series are at, and remember, Leo, keep running. Enjoy your holiday, my brother.
All right, Leo, keep running. Don't get caught like Kunta got caught. Unless it's the last
$450.
one.
It's $450 for me, Leo. Don't fuck up.
All right, Leo.